Welcome. Today's video is all about your self-image. Your self-image is a concept that you might be familiar with, perhaps you're not. That's a good thing. Today I'm going to explain it in detail, so whether you're new to the idea or you have a bit of an idea of what it is, I'm going to be going deep and fully explaining how it is the most important concept for you to grasp and for you to take responsibility of what your self-image is, because ultimately your self-image dictates the quality of your life and the quality of your experience and the level of results you manifest in this world. So if you're completely bliss and happy with the quality of your life right now, probably skip this video. But if you feel disempowered and you don't feel like you have the wealth or career or health or relationships or quality of life and happiness and all of those experiences that you want, if you don't feel like you have them right now and you're not really playing full out in life and you haven't really achieved any of your hopes and dreams yet, this video is probably for you. If you don't know me, my name's Dimitri Ross, and in the last few years, my fiance and I have gone from homeless with $45.19 to our name to doing over $1 million in less than 3 years and living our dream lifestyle. I'm not going to bore you with the details. You can watch all that in another video. But today's all about you. It's about your self-image and helping you rewire that. So let's get into it. So your self-image, okay? I just want to start off before I go into what it is specifically, how it's formed and that kind of stuff. I just want to paint a picture for you. Who you are is your self-image, okay? And who you are is what controls the quality of your life and the results you get. It's not the government's responsibility for you to be successful or achieve your dreams. It's your responsibility. You're not born into a family of poverty and that means you're always going to be poor. It doesn't work like that. That's how people think, but it's not how it works. So I really want to help you understand that you are in complete charge of your destiny. For me, I took charge of my life and I grew up in a family that didn't support me. I came from a split family. Mum and dad separated at 5, dad moved away, and I was raised by a mum, and she had the whole world mapped out for me of what she wanted me to be and become, and I wouldn't really have a bar of it. There was a lot of conflict and friction growing up around that, and ultimately I really grew up in an environment where I felt suppressed. I didn't feel truly loved and I couldn't become the best version of me. And I had to change. I had to learn all the concepts I'm going to share with you today. And it allowed me to literally go from $45.19 to my name to doing over $1 million and manifesting my dream car, house, living overseas before the pandemic, finding the most beautiful woman to spend the rest of my life with, having the most beautiful child gifted to me from God, and a whole heap of other stuff. But I want to explain to you how it also has the ability to crush you, because once I achieved all of that, I achieved everything that I set out for at the age of 24. Then I stopped doing the work, the great work that I'm going to share with you today, and I went backwards. I started to self-sabotage. I started to lose myself, and quite frankly, I lost myself for a 6 to 8 month period after achieving everything, and I really, really went backwards. So this concept literally is going to be able to help you achieve everything you want, and I want to make you aware that it can also prevent you and keep you stagnant or go backwards if you don't stay on top of it. So let's talk about how your self-image is formed. Now, you are programmed from your environment, okay? It is the nurture experience of your childhood. Age 0 to 7 is when your mind is like a sponge. Ages 0 to 7, your brain waves are in a pattern called theta. And what that means is that everything in your environment, you are a sponge. You just learn it and everything goes into your mind and it creates your experiences. It creates who you are, all the thoughts, opinions, societal norms, standards, what mum and dad's relationship is like, how they look after their health, what they eat, everything. The way you view relationships and money, all of these beliefs, attitudes, characteristics become you and who you are as your self-image. These then get reinforced during school, okay? And for me, I had a lot of trauma during school. I was pretty overweight because I never really looked after my health, or I never really was had the support to create a thriving body, for example, during my upbringing, and I'm not blaming anyone for that, but I was severely bullied, and I was called fatso, dim sim, all of these names I can laugh at now, but these were things that negatively impacted my self-worth and my self-esteem. And I started to, think in those thoughts of unworthiness, not being good enough. And you're probably like me, right? You probably have a lot of events in your life, even little things that have given you negative ideas about yourself, which simply aren't true because you're programmed from your environment. And what someone says isn't necessarily true, it's just their perception. So if you understand it's their perception, you can change it because it's a reflection of them and not a reflection of you. So everything becomes who you are, and who you are becomes wired into your subconscious mind. We have a conscious and a subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind runs 95% of your day-to-day activity on autopilot, all your habitual programming. Just think about it this way. You wake up in the morning, take note of what you do. You probably get up, go to the toilet, or you have a shower, or you go straight to the coffee machine, or you go straight for the water, or you go straight for the door to go and exercise. These are all habitual programmings and habits that you're running, and this is who you are. It is your subconscious programming. So think about all of the stuff you do on autopilot. It is this. Now, most people keep the same self-image their entire life. So one of the beliefs I had growing up was I had to work hard for money because that's what I observed and saw my parents do. Have to work hard for money. Relationships won't stick. And, if the going gets tough, you just go and find a new partner or whatever it is. Like I'm sure people have had experiences like that and they just run that program, or you keep attracting the same kind of partner because that is either the exact kind of relationship you modeled growing up to your parents, or you despise their relationship and you're going after a different way. So people run the same patterns their entire life. Their income, they follow societal norms, like they go and follow the American dream. You go to college, get a good job, you then go and buy the house and take out the loan, the college debt, and then you start a family, and then blah, blah, blah. You live in the same house for 30 years. These are societal norms. And these kinds of people don't really stretch themselves and go beyond their comfort zone. They stay safe. It's because their program, their paradigm, who they are from 0 to 7, 0 to 16 years of age during their programming is who they live as. And they're not aware of this. They don't know they can change it. So what you want to do is realize that you don't have to attract the same thing over and over again. You have a choice to change. And truthfully, most people run a negative and redundant program. They are, always talking down about life and their quality of life and blaming others. They're living that victim mindset, and, they're basically talking down to themselves and others. And you don't want to be like that. So become aware of this. So let's talk about how to change it, okay? How to change your self-image. Because it's a choice you have to make, and you have to really want to. You can't just go through what I'm about to share with you right now and overnight you are a different person. It doesn't work like that. Remember, you've gone through your whole life. If you're 50 watching this video, if you're 25 or 18 watching this video, you've gone through that period of time of programming. Now, if you implement what I'm going to share with you today, and if you want to take this seriously, I can talk to you about that further and how we could potentially help you with that. If you want to take this seriously, it's a daily commitment, and it requires discipline, and it requires you doing the work, the great work. This is the most rewarding thing you can do in your life. And it can take 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks to see change. It's very quick, but you have to be disciplined. So firstly, ask yourself, and the whole process is you get to reinvent yourself. I'm not sure if you've seen on Netflix the show Inventing Anna. Highly recommend everyone watch it. It's just a great example of someone reinventing themselves, and look at the way she's being perceived by the outside world and what she's created in her mind. It's just a phenomenal example for you. So ask yourself, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? It's a really powerful question. Reflect on that. Who would I be being if I am the best version of me? And then write down all the characteristics, traits, beliefs, opinions, thoughts. And you can journal on this, and you can end up writing a few pages of documents, and that's a great crux for you to use. And after you reflect on that, it's also really important to think about, like, you're born with a purpose. You were just born into this world, not just to walk through life aimlessly, running a program given to you by other people that you have no control over. You actually have a purpose. And your own life journey, your own stories, the things you've overcome, your achievements, they all contribute to your purpose. So work out what your vision is, what your why is. What legacy would you love to leave behind? If you were to die, what would you want people to remember you for? And your legacy lives on beyond death. It can be passed down to future generations of children. What kind of legacy and vision do you want to create? And there's two kinds. You can make it egocentric, all about you, or ethnocentric, which is more about others' needs first. Now for me, because I was homeless with my fiance and I had no roof over my head and I had no parents to support me because I didn't get on with either of them, I was very egocentric. I need to make money, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I need to make money so that we can live, so that we can pay the bills, we can get a roof over our head, so that we can just get by. And I set on a mission to make money and serve people and get paid in fair exchange. I adopted the egocentric point of view. And I had that point of view of whose life can I change? Who can I serve to get paid the money I want for a long part of my business journey in the last 3 years. It was about, I need to make money, so how can I go and add value? And that's okay to come from that place. I'm not saying you can't come from that place initially. Totally you can. It may help me make $1 million in cash. So it served me. But then I achieved everything I wanted. All the materialistic things, the brand new Porsche, the beach house. I achieved everything I wanted at 24. So I became lost. And then I switched my vision and my legacy and my mission and my why to ethnocentric, where it was about leaving a legacy, impacting others first. And I knew everything materialistically and financially would come as a natural result of service. So you can choose whichever here, but eventually you will evolve to that ethnocentric like I did. Ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? How do you want to be perceived by others? Powerful question. How would they see you? How would they feel your energy? How would you make them feel when you're around them? How do you perceive yourself? What traits do you have? I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm certain, I'm loving, I'm loved, I'm powerful, I'm a New York Times best-selling author, whatever it is for you. And who would you be? What are your new beliefs, your attitudes, your values and traits? And you can journal on your current. First of all, what are your current beliefs that have been programmed into you? Like for me, I understood that I was programmed that you had to work hard for money and all of these other things. So become consciously aware of how you are programmed right now, because then you could continue to adopt things you might like and you think will serve you, and then you could most likely switch the opposite. So if you believe your I am statement is I am someone who has to work hard for money, or I have to work hard for money, you can say your new belief can be money flows into my life easily and effortlessly now through multiple sources on a continuous basis from known and unknown sources. You can see that came very naturally because it's something that I affirm every day. And it becomes an embodiment. We can talk on that more. But you've got to write out and become aware of all of the beliefs, attitudes, values, and traits you would love to adopt. How would you behave as this highest version of yourself as you reinvent yourself? What are your standards? What are your non-negotiables that you live by on a daily basis? What is your daily routine? What are the habitual programmings that you want to create that will serve you? Big thing I recommend is reinventing your appearance. Take a look at your wardrobe and all of your possessions. Ask yourself, does this thing light me up? If it does, keep it. Does this thing, if it doesn't light you up and it drains you and it makes you feel poor or unworthy or doubtful or remind you of an ex, Throw it out. Go and audit your whole environment and declutter it and get it organized, because this will actually be a huge thing for you if you do that. Change your environment. As the famous quotes are, you are the 5 people you hang around with. So ask yourself, the people I'm hanging around with, are they helping me become the best version of me, or are they keeping me safe and at my current program? I had to get rid of all of my friends, and I had to eliminate a lot of my family for a long period of time, about 5 years, before I was happy with who I became, and I felt like I could set boundaries, and I felt in that position of power that I could allow people back into my life. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but this is how far I was willing to go to achieve everything I wanted. Then set boundaries. You want to set boundaries, okay? And by setting boundaries, you're letting people know what is okay or what isn't okay when they interact with you. And I highly recommend doing that as well. As I said before, you want to eliminate all things that drain you from your environment and only do the things that light you up. And then you want to affirm your new reality. You want to affirm your new reality every single day, and you reaffirm your reality by rewiring your mind. Now, all we are, right, is beliefs. We are beliefs. We are thoughts, which become programmed into our subconscious mind, which dictates our behaviors and our potential and our actions. So when we create a new belief, often we don't necessarily believe it, or we're a bit skeptical, or we doubt it. So the more you reevaluate an idea over and over again, think about something you bought and you weren't too sure on the purchase of it, and then you kept going to the store and kept looking at it over and over again, and eventually you said, you know what, I'm going to buy this thing. You were convinced. It's because you reevaluated the idea. So it's the repetition of an idea, and the more times you look at it over and over again, the more times you change your thoughts and your program. So reevaluate your ideas and you will shift your beliefs, because your thoughts and your feelings rewire your mind. You can't just think, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, I'm happy. You have to feel it. I am so happy and grateful, and you have to feel it in your body, okay? You have to have thoughts plus emotion to create a new neural pathway in your mind, which changes your behavior, which changes your potential, which changes the quality of your life and the results you experience. So get emotional with what you want. Visualize, dreamscape. Actually close your eyes and sit down and visualize what you want. Because your current thoughts and emotions, you're running 95% on autopilot every single day. You probably have a lot of negativity, anger, sadness, doubt. You might find yourself with low posture or having a frown on your face most times. You've got to be consciously aware of that and change it, and all of a sudden start smiling and start doing things differently. Now, another thing is you want to prime your RAS. Your RAS is your reticular activating system. It's a part of your mind that your awareness focuses on. It's the part of your mind where your awareness looks for things. If you think certain thoughts over and over again, you will see and you will create that reality. For example, we wanted to buy a particular Porsche. And long story short, we bought the car. The story is very fascinating, interesting. I can tell you another time about the manifestation of our Porsche. But what we did is we bought the car, and we never saw that car on the road, ever, because it was pretty unique and had different modifications. All of a sudden we bought it and we saw that car everywhere, right? And if you think beliefs like money flows into my life easily and effortlessly now through multiple sources on a continuous basis, everyone wants to work with me if you're in business, and you adopt those beliefs, guess what? Your potential changes. Every single person you speak with, you think, how could I serve these people and get paid in fair exchange? Your reticular activated system is focused on abundance instead of scarcity. Now, one thing I do to prime my reticular activating system, as you can see here, is I've got the background of all of this future stuff I want, because I'm priming my reticular activating system with wealth, abundance, things that light me up. So I encourage you to do the same. On my phone, I have a phone cover of all of my goals and the things I want to manifest, positive quotes, things. I've got vision boards all in my environment, in my office here, with everything I want to manifest. So I'm constantly priming my conscious mind with all the things I want, the thoughts and the feelings. And when you prime your conscious mind over and over again, your subconscious mind has no choice but to accept whatever you're affirming, whatever you're reevaluating. Hopefully this is making sense to you. So you want to do daily routines that prime your conscious mind so you can rewire your subconscious mind with all the things you want. So take note of what you want and prime your environment. And you want to monitor your vibration. Vibration being your feeling, your general feeling in your body day to day. Do you feel abundant? Do you feel joyous? Or do you feel doubtful, scarcity, insecure? You get to change your vibration, your energy by changing your thoughts and focusing on the feelings you want to feel. So every single day I monitor my vibration. Am I in high vibe, high potential, abundance, joy, happiness, peace, presence? Or am I in low vibe, doubt, anger, fear, scarcity, lack? Monitor that, change your thoughts by doing daily routines, by putting yourself first, doing all the things I've shared with you, creating inspiring mission, setting amazing goals that light you up, that aren't just easy goals to hit, but will stretch you and challenge you. And rewire your mind by over and over again reevaluating ideas in your conscious mind so your subconscious mind rewires. And most importantly, live in a beautiful state. It's a choice you have to make to live in a beautiful state. Every day I choose to live in a beautiful state. I choose to be in charge of my reality and create the reality I want. So guys, I went through a lot of stuff here about your self-image, and all of these things will help you change your self-image and who you are. So action everything I shared with you in this video. If you would like to take it a step further and have me help you with this journey, click the link below and book a call or send me a message on social media. And I'd be more than happy to talk more about how I can help you with my program Rebirth. It will change your life and it will help you rewire your mind and achieve any goal and any desire that you hope to wish. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.